Hello, boys and girls. It's that time for your daily reading, and we're going to find out who it's going to be for first. I'm going to start off by thanking my little assistants on the other side. You know they do big work, but I like to call them my little assistants. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, and hopefully they'll help us with this. Okay, so let's see who the reading's going to be for. How about this one? Scorpio! All right. It looks like someone from the past coming back around, or really having to do with children. Carefree. It's kind of like it's a good energy. 6 of Cups. Okay. So I'm going to use this. No, let's not do that. Let's get a little Alice fun going here. Ooh. She's quite wild today. Oh! And as I said it, the whole deck. Just give me 1 second. All right, Scorpio. It feels like Alice has a lot to say to you. So let's get it cracking. All right. All right, Scorpio energy. What do we got? We got possibly someone from the past trying to resurface, possibly being sweet. Tell me more about this situation. Okay. We got 2. We got all must have prizes and such a curious dream. See, all must have prizes is when you're trying to make everyone happy, right? And that's never going to work. Really, we should be focusing on making ourselves happy. So, I'm just going to read it so you know what it is. It's challenging to be discerning. We often prefer to try to make sure everyone is happy. But is it best to reward everyone in the same way, even if some have offered more? Is it better to reward those who have excelled, either through effort or talent? Would you prefer just to give prizes to all and keep everyone happy? These are your choices at present, and it is up to you to decide which approach is best in your current circumstance. So possibly you have more than one person in your past that might be approaching you, coming near you, sending messages. And you kind of got to decide here. Especially, you really have to address their behavior with you in the past. That's what this is about. This is about not giving everyone the same opportunities based on how they're treating you. You know what I mean? You can't make everyone happy, especially if they're not making you happy. Then we got such a curious dream. It is a time for the ordinary to be made blessed within our lives. After journeying through our own wonderland and knowing true enchantment, we can return forever changed, seeing the beauty in the everyday. Now it is time to ground. Enjoy the very simple tasks that most people consider too mundane to have any magic at all within them, yet they do. So this kind of feels like, especially with this 6 of Cups, it kind of feels like kind of embracing your inner child, right? Like about being open to change and being so like appreciative of every moment, even like the tiny things like the sunrise or the sunset or a beautiful tree or the way the water flows. Just kind of like opening yourself to more awareness, being able to see more of the things that are happening around you and appreciating those things more. Because a lot of times we miss the things that are happening around us, especially like in nature, because we're so worried about like the stressors in our life, our relationships, our family, our job, all those things, and we're not taking the time to be kind of childlike in that way and appreciate the grass, touch the trees, you know what I mean? Like hang on the branches, just interact and appreciate what's really going on out there, the growth that happens every day, and the life that's within this planet. So let's pull a couple cards on this. I'm going to separate them just because they seem very different. It's pretty cool here in Cleveland. The heat kicked on. But I'm pretty warm because I got this long sleeve on and my hair down. I'm pretty warm. I gotta hustle because I got work in a few. Right. All right. Tell me about all must have prizes. There we go. Temperance. Okay. So seeing this, it just kind of reminds me that like in the way that it's saying all must have prizes, and this is what I was talking about before, about treating everyone the same, even though they're not treating you the same. This is something that you need to balance out. You got to balance this. You got to be able to give in accordance with what you receive, right? Oh. Seven of Cups. Makes sense. Same thing that I'm talking about. All the different things that you give to, or all the different people that you give to. They're all these cups are similar, right? But what's inside them is different. And that's the key of what I'm talking about here. That you got some snakes here. You can't treat the snakes the same way you treat your loyal friends and your family, right? Then we got like kids, we got a dragon, we got money, a house. So it's like we can't see everything the same way and respond to it in the same way. Things are different and they need to be treated accordingly. Give me one more on this. Thank you. Page of Cups in reverse. So usually the Page of Cups is someone that's basically giving. The youngest in the deck, right? But is giving, offering a cup to you. Here, this is the opposite. So this is basically like people in your life that aren't giving to you. Because this is upside down, right? They're not tipping their hat to you. They're not showing you that same love and appreciation and that same energy that you're showing to them. And this is showing you that all people are different. We can't treat everyone the same. And possibly if this person, this particular Page of Coins, is trying to come in and you already know they have a history of not reciprocating your energy or not treating you the way you want to be treated, this is where you have to make a decision. How are you going to do this? Are you still going to continue to reward everyone regardless of the way they treat you? Or are you going to set some boundaries and address people in the way that they treat you and treat them accordingly? So that's a decision that's up to you. I personally feel like for your own self-respect and your self-worth, when you keep on like being treated in a manner that you don't like, that's going to kill your self-esteem, right? So we need to only be, it's about energy, right? We have to be so cautious about the way we spend our energy, who we give it to, and how it affects us, right? Because giving energy, fine. But how does it make you feel after you do that? Okay, we got for the changes, we've got a Hanged Man, right? This is all about changing your perspective, kind of seeking enlightenment. We got this one hanging by one leg. And what's funny is that there's a little doll. It's like a little voodoo doll that's in the same position as the hanged one. So I feel like that could possibly be it could possibly be spell work. I'm not saying in every situation, but using dolls that mimic like your appearance or have some type of attachment, like with clothes, bodily fluids, hair, anything that has like your DNA on it. Sometimes people make these dolls, put them in different positions to kind of like tie you up and bind you. Knots are used frequently to bind people and keep them from moving. So this could be possibly someone who's been sending you some intentions to try to stop you from whatever your path is. And we got Seven of Swords here, which is all about deception. And she flipped. Let's find out a little bit more about this. What type of deception is this? Tell me more about the Seven of Swords and the Hanged Man for Scorpio energy. We got Nine of Swords and Knight of Swords. So this is all about thoughts. It feels like you're just stuck in your head, right? And this is why it's so important what I was talking about with that childlike energy and with that appreciation of the small things outside, the life that exists outside. Because right here we got Nine of Swords, which is like up at night with thoughts in your head, thinking, not getting the rest that you need because you're thinking so much. Then we got Knight of Swords. This is like someone that wants to come in aggressively or rushing in. So it feels like this is a situation that's been going on for a bit. You kind of were in this hangman position trying to understand like the deception that's happening here. But really what Spirit is trying to tell you is these things need to be left behind, right? You have to be able to see yourself in a new way. These things didn't work out for you, just like on this side where I said not everyone deserves the same treatment. This is a person who deceived you. It appears you put a lot of time into it, a lot of thought into it. That looks like a thinking face, right? This is all about thinking. We got all swords. That's all about thoughts. So there's a lot going on in your mind, and this, it's like, it's so aggressive towards yourself though. You know what I mean? It feels like you're just hurting yourself with the way that you're thinking about the situations that you've been through. Everything that comes through our lives is to help us grow, to help us change. And this is what needs to happen. It feels like that's not what's happening. Here, they're telling you don't treat everyone the same. Treat people how they treat you. And then on this side, you're like, can't sleep. You have this anxiety and all these thoughts going through your head about a person who deceived you. This is where you make the choice. And you say, this deception, I won't take this deception. And that, blocking that out and stopping people from treating you any kind of way is what's going to help your self-esteem, right? You're showing a love and kindness for yourself when you do this. Because just like yesterday's card, I'm not sure if you saw it, but we got don't drink the poison yesterday. And it was all about like giving time and giving energy to people that you know are going to hurt you, that they have a history of this type of behavior. So it's like you're putting poison into your body, just like with these repetitive thoughts that are negative. it's like putting poison into your body because you're not helping yourself. If anything, it's lowering your self-esteem to continue to accept this treatment, right? So you're being called to make changes, right? Step away from these thoughts too. These thoughts you're doing too much with these thoughts. They're keeping you awake. They're not letting you move forward. Because when we're stuck in a thinking pattern like this, you are literally like the hanged man. You cannot make any progress because your focus is stuck on this and possibly feeding yourself negative lines. So we can't do that, Scorpio. So we got to kind of stay positive and try to feed ourselves good things, which is like feeding ourselves positive affirmations and showing ourselves self-respect, right? Respecting ourselves and placing boundaries on people who don't show you that respect, right? That's what's going to help your self-esteem, not just trying to make everyone happy. That's never going to work because at one point you're not going to be happy, right? You're going to be overworked. You're going to burn all your energy on other people, which means, again, you can't progress. So like we have to look at the bigger picture here, and we have to look at the way the people we have in our life, the way they treat us and the way we treat them in return. And also about the thoughts that we have and the way we treat ourselves in the way of our thinking patterns and how we speak to ourselves in general. So I feel like you have a little work to do, Scorpio, but I'm sending you so much love and positivity. I know you're a smart, beautiful, kind, caring, compassionate person, and those are all beautiful things. And you can still be that and have boundaries. All right, I love y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.